In light of what was brought up in the last video I made, I wanted to use this video to discuss more on bugging in versus bugging out. Because if war breaks out, there's going to be a lot of dangers here at home and coming from outside abroad. Or, in such a situation where, and then this would certainly figure into a war too, but, where something like Ebola came in with all these flights coming in and out of Africa or wherever they're coming from, or illegals coming across the border that are shacked up together in these concentration camp like conditions. Um, that could be spread by Bill Gates mosquitoes that he released some months back, things like that. That's a big, 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 huge problem. And I wanted to discuss really quickly because we're about solutions and not fear. Um, Bugging in versus bugging out. What would benefit each person? In my honest opinion, if you are somewhere that's outside of a city in a rural area, bugging in would be your best option because you have to take into consideration things like uh, food storage, water storage. Is your area defendable easily? Um, because you don't want to actually have to bug out unless it's to save your life. Like if you're already in a city and you need to hurry up and get out and go somewhere safer, you don't want to bug out for a lot of reasons because it would involve you having to carry a lot of items. You have to carry. How much food can you possibly carry? How much water can you possibly carry? If you're in a vehicle, what happens if that vehicle breaks down? What happens if an EMP happens? I mean, are you going to be able to get everything out you loaded up in your vehicle and, you know, put it on your back? I mean, it's not feasible. But if you have to go somewhere because your life's in danger, then sure, yeah, bug out. I mean, if it's to save your life, but you have to have a long-term plan. Like, are you going somewhere? Are you trying to get to a specific spot where you have supplies cached away? One smart thing that would be a good idea to do is if you have bug out plans, go along your bug out route, and I wouldn't wait. I would do this as soon as possible and find hidden areas along your route that you could cache supplies that would get you to where you're ultimately trying to get to. Um, because you'll need supplies to keep you going. You need X amount of calories to survive, in a day. You need a certain amount of water, especially if it's summertime and you're sweating. You need a lot of, sorry, I had to clear my throat. You need a lot of things to consider. And if you're a gardener, it takes time to grow plants. You're not going to just put seeds in the ground and plants pop up. I mean, it takes time. You need supplies to get you through to where you can harvest plants. And besides, your garden has to be fairly sizable to get anything really worthwhile out of it. I mean, every bit helps, but you need to plan these things. Um, I live in a rural area. God got me out of the big city a long time ago, but it's looking like things are going to get really bad between the end of this month and the beginning of next month, or early, or very, very early next month. I would be surprised if it didn't, just like my friend Paul over at Off Grid Desert Farming said in his video earlier today. But bugging out is only good if you have a short distance to go.